It's that time of year again where everyone's supposed to be making New Year's resolutions about how to be them better selves. And I thought that would be a great way for me to start off with complaining. And not just complaining about anything, really. I mean, most of it can be like understood and whatnot, but I got a nice 4 pages of complaining to do right now. I wanted to call this one Default Brushes Suck in Photoshop. I hate them. They're awful. Stop telling me to use them. But I think a good alternative title is to say that inexpensive equipment won't make you a better artist is a scam of a title. It's such a scam. And nobody's talked about that yet. So I want to go over this as somebody who learned from getting better equipment over sticking with the shitty equipment that I've had. Oh boy. Okay, so some points to cover. So one of the things that many of these artists who say that are really good, that everyone always comes to them and says, hey, whoa, your stuff is amazing. Let me just use, what brushes do you use? And then they reply to you with this, saying, oh, it wasn't the brush, it was all me, it was all me. I have a problem with the way that question is received and how it's asked, but let me say something. Let me give you my thesis on why that's wrong. One of the points they bring up is they prove it by drawing in Microsoft Paint, and they bring up this beautiful, wonderful, beautiful painting in Microsoft Paint, and clearly something that only an experienced artist can do. But if it really wasn't the program, why aren't they using Microsoft Paint? Because that's a cheaper alternative. Better equipment gets you better art. Yes, it does have a role. It isn't just the artist. No matter how good the artist is, there is a point to how classically well drawn you can do when you don't have the program to back it up, or the knowledge on how to use that program. Leonardo da Vinci didn't paint all of his paintings using a toothbrush. There was a reason why he had regular paint brushes. But I want to get down to the core of what they're really saying. What these people are saying when they say, oh, it wasn't me, or it wasn't the brush, it was all me, my talent. Honestly, that's fine. They're trying to say like, oh no, just study the fundamentals. The problem is that 90% of people who learn anything learn through imitations. That's how you learn to walk, that's how you learn to talk. Now imagine trying to learn to talk, but instead you have a duck bill. That's just gross, am I right? What I'm saying is that everyone that didn't get a good education, that doesn't have access to good equipment, is going to have more trouble because they aren't able to imitate all of these YouTube videos, all of these class tutorials, and so on and so forth. They're not able to follow along near as well. Or maybe their tablet just puts out a very, very bad line. And I've had bad tablets. Oh my gosh. I remember fighting with Wacom's tablets just to get a line to be consistent, and I wasted like several days trying to get it to be consistent when I could have been learning. So instead, if I had a better tablet, I wouldn't have to worry about that. So there was just problems I had to get in the meantime to help me do better. So when an artist says that line like, hey, oh no, you just need to learn the fundamentals. See, look at me. I can do anything in any program. Oh, what am I supposed to feel? I don't feel encouraged. I don't feel lifted or inspired to draw better. I feel scammed because you guys say that and then immediately you go back to your $3,000 worth of equipment. You got a good computer that your Photoshop doesn't lag on. You've got a great tablet that allows you to draw directly onto the screen. So like this thing where you say it doesn't matter the program, and ourselves, like me, want to get better. We want to get great at our craft, feel like we're always missing something. Other than obviously our art being bad. We know our fundamentals are wrong. We're always trying to improve on that. But when we're trying to get better and some program automatically quits because it was just a poor program. Or like we try to watch a video tutorial and you guys are like doing all of this shit and we try to follow along in Krita, but Photoshop is the main used program. Then it's like we're at a disadvantage. The people without it are at a disadvantage, and we're frustrated because of it. It's not we're trying to undermine you and say, oh no, that was all of the brush's talent. Like, we're not saying that it was all the brush. We're just saying we're frustrated because every time we try to do something, we can't do it the way you do, and we don't have people that teach us how to do it. So we think in order for us to learn better, learn faster, we want Photoshop. We want brushes like you guys have it, so that we can follow along better and learn faster. You know, like once you get rid of all of those problems, then you can start focusing on the art fundamentals much better, because and that's how it worked for me. As soon as I got a screen tablet, as soon as I got Photoshop and whatnot, now I had no more excuses, and then I could start focusing on fundamentals a lot better, and I wouldn't be like held down by this program software, Krita or GIMP, whatever I was using before, because I just couldn't follow along or learn as fast because there just wasn't near enough resources that Photoshop had, or of other people using Photoshop. And at the end of the day, you guys gotta have to ask yourselves this. Like, those of you who are telling us like, oh, it wasn't the program. Take two people of equal learning capability, same IQ level, same backgrounds and whatnot. Send one of them to Harvard, send one of them to a community college. Which one do you think is at a better advantage? Harvard colleges, they have a much higher ratio of knowing what they're talking about. Community college, you better get real lucky, because sometimes those teachers don't even teach. You're going to be at a disadvantage. That doesn't mean you can't learn these fundamentals. That doesn't mean you can't get better. However, it means it's going to take you longer because you don't have somebody who's already there to bring you there. So please put up with our complaining of wanting a better brush. And if it's just the default brush, like, don't just say that. That feels like a slap in the face. Just say like, oh, I personally just use the default brush, but I hear so-and-so has got some great brushes, which Aaron Griffin, I'll link you guys to his brushes. His are super messy brushes. But better. I decided to disregard all of the advice of just use the default brush and whatnot. And I learned much better by using super messy brushes that weren't available for free and that you actually had to pay for them. And I don't regret it one bit. Like, I am very, very happy I finally have brushes to work with. And now that all of my most of these frustrations are out of the way for me, I've improved tremendously. And I feel myself getting better and better and better with each day. Yeah. Is there enough light, by the way? You guys think I have enough lighting? I think I do. See you guys next time. Hope you guys stick around for my ranting and banting and complaining. And I think I should have a vlog out this week as well. Yeah.